Hi, my name is Leila Hughel-Deeds, and I attend Purdue University, which is located in West Lafayette, Indiana. One thing that makes me different from most students is what I do outside of the classroom. I'm actually a Division I athlete by being a cheerleader for my university. Cheering for a Big Ten school has been a dream, and I love spending my time growing with my teammates, representing my university, and being involved in the community. I feel like this makes me stand out from others because of the time management and organizational skills it has developed, on top of the teamwork aspect. Furthermore, it is a daily opportunity where I can share my bubbly personality by interacting with others. However, when I am not cheering, some of my other hobbies include Olympic weightlifting and creatively cooking. I love working out and how it makes me feel strong and confident. I also love creatively cooking. To me, that just means that I rarely use recipes, but prefer to make things up as I go, combining new flavors daily. So question number 1, why do you want to be a Tulane Dietetic intern? What are your expectations from the Tulane DI? What do you hope to obtain from the experience? One thing I love about dietetics is all of the different areas we can work and make a difference. Your program offers a wide variety of work with your rotations, which would be a great experience and opportunity for me to pinpoint my passions. Furthermore, I've always wanted to be working with people, so immediately am drawn to your community approach to the profession. I think your program would offer a lot of great experience in the community, especially considering its location. Number 2, why do you want to be a dietitian? Tell us where you expect to find yourself in your career after you complete an internship in 5 years. As I previously mentioned, I want to work with people. I want to help them. Nutrition has such an impact on a person's life, so if my job can be to simply aid and apply my knowledge to positively impact people, then I would choose that any day. I have experienced how nutrition fuels my body's functions and have had a passion for it ever since I was a little girl. All of this combined shortly sums up why I want to be a dietitian. After I complete my internship and become registered, I hope to work in the community setting as a dietitian. Short term, I am interested in working for UNICEF here or even go abroad. Number 3, have you ever felt uncomfortable in a work situation? What would you do if you felt uncomfortable during an internship rotation? I do not easily feel uncomfortable in life or in work. If I need to get the job done and it doesn't go against my morals, I would push through a situation and be that team player that can be trusted to complete the task at hand. I think it's a great thing to be pushed out of one's comfort zone because that's really the only way that you're going to grow. However, if something did make me feel uncomfortable beyond my limits, I would simply relay that to the person in charge. I would be sincere about it and explain why and express apology for not being able to finish something. Number 4, describe how you prepare for a major exam. Being a student at Purdue University, studying is something I do not take lightly. I normally begin by refining my notes a week before an exam. Once they are concise, I just begin perpetual reading. I am the type of person who separates myself from others, aiming for a quiet space, and just keeps reading and rereading my notes until I'm confident in all of the information. 5, describe a situation where you felt you were treated unfairly and how you handled it. Part of being a cheerleader involves a competition aspect. Every year we compete at UCA College Nationals, and this is a very big ordeal in the cheer world. With competition comes hours and hours of practice with the same people every day. This year, during one of our 2-a-day practices, a teammate of mine began verbally attacking me. To me, this was unacceptable, but what made me feel unfairly treated was that one of my coaches did not step in and stop it. However, when this person has been in the reverse, they shut it down. In emotionally intense moments, like this one, I am one to bite my tongue. I remind myself that high emotion relays how invested someone may be. It is unfair to me that my coach did not say anything, but I think it is just because they knew I could handle it. Whether it was necessary or not, I am a very mentally tough person and my coaches know that. Looking back to the event, I know I was not in the wrong. However, this person letting out some emotion may have not even been intentionally directed at me. I just happened to be in the line of fire that day. I think remaining silent and not acting out of emotion in return is the best policy. If me saying something isn't going to help resolve a situation, then I believe it is better to not say anything at all. Number 6, are you better at working on many things at a time, or are you better at working on and getting results on a few specific things? I am definitely a multitasker. From being a student, an athlete, and being involved in organizations, clubs, and volunteer work, I have always been a very busy person. Being busy really just is the norm for me, so I fill my schedule full and don't think anything of it. When it comes to my work, I like being able to switch back and forth from multiple things. I feel like this helps my mind stay most fresh on what I'm doing. I do not easily get overwhelmed from working on many things at a time, but appreciate being able to make checklists for each and cross things off as I progress. An example of this is studying for finals. If I have 5 finals, I do not like to just study for one, take it, study for the next, take it, and so on. Instead, I prefer to thoroughly study a couple pages or sections of one class and switch to another and progress in it so. This helps me absorb the information the best because I don't get stuck in the monotonous rhythm of the same type of information from just one course. Number 7, describe a challenge you faced in trying to work cooperatively with someone who did not share the same ideas. What was the result? Being a senior leader on the cheer team, there have been instances where other senior leaders haven't agreed with my ideas. An example of this was with learning a new pyramid for football season. I had my ideas of how we could be successful in hitting the pyramid, but my teammate had ideas of her own. We handled this, though, by just simply trying both. There is no need to argue when there is more than one way to get the same result. This is true for this cheer pyramid, but also in life. After we tried both of our approaches, we ended up realizing that neither really worked, so we had to continue brainstorming until we were successful. I may have my own ideas, but the great thing about group work is that other people have ideas and think in ways unlike myself. I should not rule out their ideas just because I don't agree, for they're probably thinking the same thing about my ideas. Everyone is free to their own ideas, and sometimes they will be much better than my own. Taking time to consider both and not being set in my ways is vital for team situations. And that answers all of your questions, and I want to just thank you for taking the time to listen, and I look forward to being in contact again soon.